there was somebody from the mortuary who came to pick her up at 9:30ish, 10 o'clock, somewhere around there, bring her to the mortuary, which is about 12 miles away. And because she was being terramated, her body could not be embalmed. And this could not be emphasized enough, because again, we're at the front end of a whole new trend in the death care industry. They held her at a mortuary in the cooler, for lack of a better word, for 3 days. I rented a vehicle and picked her up on a Friday, packed in dry ice and in a cardboard box that resembled a coffin, but basically was insulated to keep the ice cold. Drove like a bat out of hell from Jackson, California I made it as far as Eugene, Oregon, the first day.
Mom's out in the parking lot.
Mom's in the parking lot. It's like 7 o'clock at night. I'm lying in bed going, God, I hope this dry ice holds.
Yeah. I hope nobody pulls me over. But anyway.
Well, that's part of it. I was never pulled over, by the way.
Okay.
Got up very early the next morning, found my coffee and hit the road, was at return home by about 10:30 on Saturday morning. That would be September 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. I had copies of her death certificate, and I also had permits written up by the mortuary that enabled me to cross from California into Oregon and from Oregon into Washington. So I was street legal, dropped her off. I was there for an hour, had more of an explanation as to what was going to happen. I requested that approximately 20 pounds of my mother's composted remains be shipped to me, and members of the family, if they want a little bit of my mom, or whatever the relation is from her to them, they can plant a tree, they can do whatever they want. So we're so far behind on so many issues that impact climate change. If we can do one small thing in any one given industry, this is what we should be doing. We should be doing this. That's all. This is not rocket science. This is just what we ought to be doing for the planet. And in my mind, it still honors very much the spirit of the person who passed.